Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
In this video, we will follow US 60 through Canadian to near Glazier, Texas. You will notice that the southbound lanes split away and disappear for a while. They follow the older pre-1950s alignment of US 60 and 83, which goes around the hills that we are riding on top of. The newer northbound lanes were added sometime before the late 1950s. we've got Lowe's grocery stores. Cowboy. Alright, so I need to turn where that guy came out. Alright, so 60 used to, instead of going the way it goes now to cross the river, used to go sort of this way. Well, this way here for sure. Crossed it on an older bridge, which we'll see up here in front of us here in a second. And I want to try to get some pictures. There's another arrow in the ground. Try to get some photos and
turn right on US 60, then take the first left.
And then maybe open for walking across. I have a feeling though the best angle on it's going to be from the other, from the new highway, which is unfortunate. In 1915, Hemphill County negotiated a contract to build a bridge over the Canadian River. The Canadian River Wagon Bridge was completed in 1916 and comprised 17 153.5-foot pin-connected Parker Truss through spans, 2,635 feet in total length. At that time, this made it the largest steel structure west of the Mississippi River. In 1923, the Canadian River flooded and cut out a new channel on the north end of the bridge. 4 additional spans, identical to the originals, along with a new approach were added to the north side, bringing the total bridge length to 3,255 feet. This bridge is the longest known existing simple span pin-connected highway truss bridge in the entire country. The bridge is 16 feet wide, which was probably enough to accommodate horse-drawn wagons and early automobiles. However, this width became insufficient by the 1950s, and the old bridge was replaced by a concrete and steel structure in 1953. After surviving several years without a deck, the old bridge was reopened as a pedestrian bridge in July of 2000 after an extensive 5-year renovation. Sometime after 1923, one of the newer spans on the north end was replaced by two standard worn pony truss spans. I was unable to find information on when or why this replacement took place.
Alright, so we've got the green light now. I was also hoping while I was out there on that bridge that a train would come across one of the rail bridges, and it didn't until just now. A BNSF intermodal is roaring by on one of them. One of those bridges that has a center beam that runs the length of it, and it was not very high off the ground at all. So I guess maybe when the river actually has a lot of water in it, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it gets wide, but not too high. Anyway, this is we're leaving Canadian, Texas. Where it is 4:30 and 95 degrees. But it's not very humid out. I think they're in a drought right now or something, because it was actually not too bad walking across that bridge. The heat of the sun, was what made it hot. There's actually trains going across both bridges right now. Rail bridges. Alright. So there goes US 83. So now we're back to ourselves for now.
In the next video, we will follow US 60 from Glazier eastbound to Higgins, Texas, and the Oklahoma state line. Please check the video description below for links to several online resources that made this trip and video possible. Thanks for watching. Y'all come back now.